The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WZWA Network, and welcome to my review show here, my very late review show here of Impact Victory Road from September 8th, 2023, from the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. I'm Karlifornia, as per usual. Thank you for joining me once again. I am 5 days late, I believe. No, 4 days late from Impact Victory Road and this review. We want to know why? Because I went down south. I went on a holiday, okay? I had some time to myself and I relaxed. You know, I do a lot of work for this channel. You know, I deserve a little bit of a break every now and then. So yes, it is a bit late, but at least you're getting it, okay? Impact Victory Road here. It's a bit strange, isn't it, that Impact, they just had Emergence, didn't they? Like, when was the last pay-per-view? Let's look. Like, they only just did a pay-per-view last week, didn't they? No, it was a week before. Okay, it was a week, yeah. But still, a 2-week gap between pay-per-views, bit, I don't know. I guess it's just the way the scheduling goes with them. I don't know. Anyway, let's get underway here for the countdown show here for Victory Road. The first matchup, Alan Angels takes on, what a surprise, what a lovely surprise to see little Guido Maritato, my homeboy, my paisan, coming out here. I guess because they're in New York, huh? We're fucking New York. I guess because they're there, you know, I guess, you know, Tommy Dreamer works behind the scenes, so he probably thought, you know what, let's get Guido a little payday. 5 minutes 26 seconds this way. We knew who was winning this one. So Angel's got some mic time, which was the first time I think I've heard him talk. Guido comes out, bro. He's in great shape, you know. It's the Italian food, Italian diet. He looks after himself. You can tell that this guy still works out all the time. I have to give Guido some credit here. There's not many ECW guys these days in 2023 from the original ECW that can keep a pace. Even Too Cold Scorpio, who I saw wrestle in, I think, December against Rich Swann. He's slow now. So, you know, props to Guido. Drinking from the fountain of youth, brother. Angels ended up wiping out Guido and got a win that he desperately needed. Let's move forward. Backstage, behind the scenes there, PCO gets hit with a car by Bully Ray. Ridiculous. He got hit by a car. And then we cut away from it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It was just the one where Bully tried to light him on fire as well. I can't remember. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's move forward. Moose and Myers take on the ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay. 8 minutes 49 seconds. Oh, mate, I've only got 4 notes in this because you can tell I barely care about it. It's nothing against the guys, just a little bit burned down tag wrestling sometimes. The ABC did dominate early, but this was just a typical countdown tag team match. One other note I had was I think Moose and Myers do work together quite well. The ABC got the surprise win. I was a bit surprised by that. I thought Moose and Myers might pick up the win, but oh well, doesn't matter. Let's crack on with the pay-per-view here, everybody. The X Division Championship on the line in the first matchup here. Lio Rush, the champion, defending against Kushida in a match that went 10 minutes 9 seconds. So Leo is kind of messing around to start the match. He's trying to frustrate Kushida. So there's a bit of our psychology here. Kushida was patient and he managed to get the advantage because the patience worked out for him. Leo was fighting back, going full on heel here, but you know what? You all know how I feel. I'm not really big on Lio Rush. He's very athletic, but there's something about his wrestling that just doesn't do it for me. Kushida was on a roll, locking in that hoverboard lock anytime he possibly could. But you couldn't see Leo losing the belt here yet. You know, he only just won the title. They do the typical tough guy spot where they're both standing there letting each other hit one another. It's one of my pet peeves. Another side note, I think the Victory Road logo needs a bit more blue and red in it, maybe. I don't know. I think It's the same logo as last year's Victory Road logo. Come on, let's update it a little bit. We got a low blow from Leo Rush, then a nice frog splash. Knew he'd win. Who cares? Let's move forward. PCO's on a stretcher and he's dead. The EMT that is talking to Santina Morella, our director of Authority, was a terrible actor. She was terrible. PCO sits up and then goes looking for Bully Ray. Cool. They're threading the story through the show. I like it. Let's move forward here. Impact Knockouts tag team titles. MK Ultra, which is Marsha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. Taking on Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. 8 minutes, 12 seconds for this one. Giselle Shaw. Her theme song is perfect for her. It suits the character so much. And speaking of a theme song that suits, MK Ultra, Marsha and Kelly, their theme song suits them. This whole tattoo thing, you know, like all the things she said, running through my head. I'm kind of getting that vibe, except with a bit more BDSM kind of. It's insanely hot and it's driving me up the wall, man. It is driving me up the wall. Look, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Like before this, I was very attracted to Killer Kelly before this. Now it's insurmountable, but I wasn't really attracted to Marsha Slamovich at all. Now, because of this gimmick, I'm finding them both to be finding Marsha Slamovich to be quite saucy now. Saucy minx. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I'm a hot-blooded male. Usually I skip the entrances, but when MK Ultra come out, come on, bro. Kelly's kind of like, I guess, in the submissive type role, and it's just working for me. It's working for me, brother. I think Giselle Shaw really has improved so much. I would love to know who is working with her and helping her improve her work. A year ago, Giselle was a little soft, but now she seems snug, confident, on point. Like in a very short amount of time, this confidence just grew. It's obvious in the work. I think Savannah, she needs more. She needs to work more. She's got a good foundation, Savannah Evans. She just needs the reps. Hopefully, she's getting out there on the indie circuit a lot. But you know, someone like her, she needs to work with some experienced people and have a program with them. What happened to Tasha Steele? Is she injured still or something? I don't know what go is there. Anyway, Marsha, when she gets the hot tag, she's a maniac. She really gets into her character, you know. And yeah, that's exactly my next point. This is how you get yourself over, by being in the character. Backbreaker, drop kick to the head as Vidal, the outside, the stylist. I love the wrestling like you have your personal stylist at ringside, like Rico. Brilliant. I was worried there was going to be a title change, but they did not continue with this hot potatoing of this women's tag team titles, or the Knockouts tag team titles. Great drama near the end, but Marsha hits a snowplow on Savannah. Nice ending. I like it. And the right team won. Moving forward, Bully Ray. Oh, okay. This is where he tries to. He's already hit him with a car. So PCO is now looking for Bully Ray again. He gets hit with a chair, right? He's getting belted with the chair, and the cameraman, like, okay, I know I make fun of this a lot. I know I take it too seriously, but the cameraman is just standing there filming this horrible assault on this man. It's like when Dijak beat the shit out of Ilya Dragunov. Just beating the shit out of him, and the cameraman's just standing there filming it. I think that, like, when I just look at things way too realistically, that's where I start laughing. It's great stuff. You know, the cameraman's filming it, bobbing up and down with every single chair shot, so he's following the chair shot as well. He's loving it. PCO covers Bully covers PCO, and I guess like some sort of lighter fluid. And the cameraman keeps shooting as Bully's about to light him on fire. What kind of sociopath fucking cameraman do you have there, boys? PCO not spitting fluid in Bully's eyes, and Bully ran off screaming. Yeah. I just, man, that stuff just makes me laugh. It's great stuff. The constant threading through the show as well, very good. Let's move forward. Crazy Steve takes on Black Taurus. The match goes 9 minutes 4 seconds. So the decay have now finally officially broken up, as we saw in the previous few episodes of Impact Wrestling. Taurus came at Steve like a freight train, as you would, because of what's been going on with this story. He's mad. He's insane mad. Good to see that actually doing something with Steve, because the whole time I've watched Impact's pay-per-view since Bound for Glory, the one that had Josh Alexander versus Christian, right? And Josh won the belt because Kenny Omega obviously didn't want to lose a match to someone from Impact, so they had to have Christian beat him for the title so that Christian could go do it. I've never seen Crazy Steve do anything of note since that Bound for Glory. So that's ages ago, man. Anywho, this was good because it has heat. The X Division title match had no heat, brother. Steve looked to take a Samoan drop, but then spiked Taurus. That was an amazing reversal there. Steve manages to play mind games with Taurus, screaming, "I don't want to do this anymore." And he's trying to get in Taurus's head. And I don't know. Then I just started thinking, like, imagine being a guy whose like best friend is Taurus. You have this friend who's essentially got this pig's head on at all times. Like, did Crazy Steve and Taurus ever go to Waffle House together? I just think that would be hilarious to see those two doing normal things together. And sorry, I keep touching my nose. I think one of my nose hairs needs to be plucked because it's tickling the shit out of me. Really annoying. Anywho, again, I just think to myself, I look at Crazy Steve, I look at Black Taurus, and I'm like, who are these people? It's great. Steve with the fork distraction. The referee takes the fork away. He digs the thumbs into the eyes of Taurus. I guess this is like the thing he's going for now. He hits the DDT off the second rope. It's mathematical from there. Victory goes to Crazy Steve. He's getting the push right now, brother. Pretty obvious. Backstage, Gia Miller. Even Tommy Dreamer, Gia Miller, man, her eyes are huge, bro. You know what that means. I got spoiled on this match with Tommy, so on Twitter the other day, because it took me forever to watch this show. I'm sorry. I tried watching it yesterday, but I only got like a little bit of the way into the match. Sorry, not the match, the show. Anyway, so I wrote, if Tommy cries when he wins this stupid title. Yeah, and I'd rather Gia staring at me than win that belt, because that's an honor to be bestowed. Fucking hell. Here coming up next, Impact Digital Media title, Kenny King with Sheldon Jean at ringside takes on Tommy Dreamer, brother. 12 minutes, 14 seconds. The angle was a little put together at the last minute, I'll admit, with there being like, just 2 weeks between pay-per-views. We're trying to, I guess, cram an angle that means something in this amount of time. Again, I just don't understand why the pay-per-views were so close to one another. But anyway. Yeah, let's see how Dreamer keeps up with Kenny. We saw Guido earlier. Can Tommy still go? I like Tommy's match recently with Bully Ray. But again, Kenny King's a little bit younger. King with the suplex on the ramp. He's in control early. He hit this dive onto Tommy and just laid him out, man. It was nice superplex from Tommy. They go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Spine on the pan by Kenny King. Looked like a lot of effort to get Tommy up for that spine buster. Good near fall with the cutter from Dreamer. Then King hit a blockbuster. Another near fall. Tommy had a good outing. Dreamer driver, pile driver, kick out. Excellent. You got me. Sheldon gets ejected from the match. And then whilst that's happening, Heath again runs out, lays out Kenny King. I'm guessing they're working together at Bound for Glory. Dreamer DDT. Tommy Dreamer walks away with the title. Wonderful. Let's move forward. Deonna Purrazzo taking on Jordynne Grace, 11 minutes, 48 seconds. I've seen this match a few times now. And again, I kind of feel like they crammed this little angle together, but that's okay. I'll let it slide. They only had 2 weeks. Speaking of Jordynne Grace, what happened to Jonathan Gresham? Is this another case of Impact Wrestling only having someone on their roster for a short contract? I guess they don't lock themselves into long-term deals because you've seen a lot of people come and go fairly quickly in this company. You know, it seems like this is the company that people have a stopover in before they go get signed by a bigger company. I don't know why. I don't know why they can't. It doesn't really matter. It's just a bit, you know, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I like Matt Raywalt on commentary. Even though he's not Deonna Purrazzo's manager anymore, he still continues trying to sell her as the best. That's what would happen. So we start off with Deonna working the arm here of Jordynne Grace. I have a feeling Deonna was losing this because I think I've read somewhere that Deonna's leaving Impact. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it's pretty obvious that Jordynne was going to win this. Jordynne hit a great superplex into a jackhammer, pro spot of the match. Great suspense as they headed to the finish. There was a great reversal once again from Deonna into the Fujiwara armbar. I'm such a moron. Juggernaut driver, though, by Jordynne Grace, and she won. Who'd have fucking thunk it? That nose hair is really doing me, this driving me insane. But let's be honest, okay? Like how I say Charlotte Flair has nothing else to achieve in WWE. She must be so bored. You know? They're probably trying to think of the WrestleMania card and like, oh man, we've got to do something with Charlotte. Like, you have to. You have to. It's just like, man, just step aside. There's other people coming up the ranks. Anywho, just like that, Deonna, I think she's achieved everything she needs to achieve in Impact. Isn't she 3-time champ? She's been a tag team champ. She's worked with everyone on their roster. I don't know. I don't know if WWE brings her in. She don't go to AEW. I'm sorry I keep picking on AEW, but they only have 1 women's match a show. At least this show they had, what, 3? They had 3 women's matches on this show. 3 on the pay-per-view. Fuck. AEW, they have 1. 1 on the pay-per-view. Maybe 2 sometimes with the TBS belt or whatever. And most of the time that match will be on the pre-show probably, or 0 hour. Sorry, I don't mean to pick on them, but fuck, man. Like, what was the last WWE pay-per-view? We had several women's matches, you know? Don't go to AEW. What's the point? They have 2 women's titles there, yet no women can get on the show more than like the one little segment every single show. There's always 1 segment for the females. It's fucking bullshit, dude. They've got so many people on that roster. Anywho, Deonna, don't go to AEW if the offer's there, please. Go to WWE, go to NXT. I don't know. But just don't waste your time, soul sister. Anywho, let's move forward. Bully Ray takes on PCO, and I guess this is like a no disqualification match. 9 minutes, 46 seconds. The fight starts backstage. PCO again. Won't die, bro. So they brawl all the way out, but the bully starts with the heat. Belting him with cans and can lids. I'm laughing for some reason when I'm seeing this happen. PCO gets knocked off the ring apron through 2 folded out chairs. And I'm just like, man, this guy's such a badass. How does he, at his age, how does he not like wake up in the morning in excruciating pain, unable to get up? Insane. He goes through not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tables most of them in the corner, but the fourth one thrown to the outside, through the second rope, through a table. Sick. But still, PCO, he fires up after the fourth table, and Bully's had enough and goes to leave. Santino stops Bully Ray from walking away. Bully slaps Santino. And then Santino hit Bully with the Cobra. I fucking hate that thing. I hate it. Why does he have to go like why does he have to go like just do that, bro. Just do that. Just hit him in the throat if that's the move. Why do you need to like, I don't know what it is that he does, but I don't pay enough attention to it, all right? It's dumb. Anyway, PCO takes control here, but then he takes a suplex onto the... Oh, no, but Bully Ray did take a suplex onto the ladder. Shit. And it's like, how does he do it, man, after all these years? But then again, PCO gets thrown onto the ladder, flipping onto it off the top rope. And I'm just like, dude, that gotta wait. PCO set Bully up. Unfortunately, when he tried to put Bully through a table, it did not work. And the table leg broke. So it was a bit of a shame about the finish here. I mean, if it were me, because I think PCO tried to do like a somersault onto Bully here for the win through the table. I think he should have tried to do a moonsault, because the way PCO does his moonsaults would suit trying to put someone through a table. But anyway, PCO won, which is really cool. And you know what? Props to Bully Ray, man. The dude was essentially like retired, semi-retirement. But he's come back to pro wrestling to help push people and get people on the map and put people over. Because most of the time, that's what he's been doing. Has he won many of these big time matches lately? You know, good on him. Gia Miller backstage with Scott D'Amore and Eric Young. They're talking about Impact 1000, which we will be covering this week here on the WZWA Network. And it will not be on our Patreon. It will be on our YouTube channel, just like this review. Let's move forward. Impact World Tag Team titles, the Rascalz champions defending against Motor City Machine Guns. 13 minutes, 51 seconds. Oh boy, I can tell this, because man, it took hours for me to watch this. It's sometimes I'm a bit burned out in wrestling. Like after I finished recording this, then I have to watch NXT. Then I have to record a review for that on my last day off before I go back to work. So I was not interested in this too much. I knew Motor City Machine Guns were not winning this. One spot I did like in the match, the Rascalz were both in a figure four at the same time, and they were grabbing each other for support. I don't know, that just made me laugh. I will give them credit. There was some nice suspense in this one, but I just didn't have, I don't know. I think half the time I was barely even really watching the match. I'm sorry, that's terrible of me, because maybe I just really am burned out in tag team wrestling. Anyway, Rascalz retain with the spray paint to the eyes. Wonderful, mate. Let's move forward. Impact Knockouts World Championship. Trinity, the champion, defending, and that's Trinity Far 2. You know, and they should bring in the original Trinity to Impact 1000. And you know what? That would be a great idea. Bring back the original Trinity, you know, my home girl that I interviewed on the Insider's Edge podcast, and have her face this Trinity for the title. They would never do it though, would they? She takes on Alisha Edwards here, 8 minutes, 58 seconds. Man, like, okay, I'm just going to be perfectly honest. This match, there was really no point to it. You knew Trinity was retaining. You didn't really think Alisha had a chance. You know, Alisha got belted early. She was dominated early. Trinity accidentally kicked the referee, which is a great little spot. Then Eddie Edwards got involved. Oh my God, how poorly written is that sentence? Trin splash on Eddie, thwart able, she overshot. I'm guessing she overshot something on Eddie. I don't, whatever. It doesn't matter. She ended up retaining the title here. I guess, nice little match. Alisha's giving me kind of like hot Bogan vibes. But yeah, okay, all right. Like no more fun and games, okay? Give Trinity like a formidable opponent, someone to be like, oh, come on. Don't make this like a cute little easy title reign. I want to see something, come her way that's difficult. Give me some heat, brother. Let's go to the main event of the evening here. It is a singles match between Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, bro, taking on Steve Maclin here. 18 minutes, 45 seconds. This was the main event for a reason. Josh will get back to where he was soon. There's no doubt in my mind. What we need with Impact right now are our Josh Alexander main events. Dude, every time, bro, he just blows it out of the fucking water, mate. Heat for Maclin at the beginning. We got 10 German suplexes from Josh Alexander, which got a very good reaction from the audience. Maclin fighting back though, like it's an actual war, he's in an actual war zone here. He's showing some great aggression here. These two match up so well. I kind of wish I could see like a few more matches between the two of them. Great back and forth. This is a fight. It's got that big fight feel. And I hate to say it, but I just don't think Alex Shelley, despite all the great things he's accomplished in his career, the fact he's the world champion, he deserves it. But I just don't think at this stage he is on the level of Josh Alexander or Steve Maclin. I think the way that Josh and Steve portrays their characters during matches, right? Always remembering their character. I care more for those characters because of the way that they invest in their character during the matches and beyond. Whereas I feel like sometimes with the Motor City Machine Guns, it's a little bit more about the moves as opposed to character. I'd like for Alex Shelley to show a bit more personality. And we know he can do it. We know he can do it. I don't know why it seems in pro wrestling that baby faces are devoid of any sort of personality whatsoever that is interesting on any note. As soon as people or characters turn heel, all of a sudden they're interesting and they have layers. Like, why can't we make baby faces interesting and exciting anymore? I end up so bored with them. One, I will give credit for Josh Alexander as a babyface has had layers to his character. He has been interesting because of the way they've portrayed his character. You've learned about him. You've learned about the shit he's had to go through. It makes you, again, invest in who he is. Okay, I've made my point. Maclin, great selling. Just great stuff. Josh was going for a moonsault. He got poled, mate. He got poled, which meant he fell down into a tree of woe, and then he was caught in the crosshairs. Then he's hit with a KIA, and then Josh managed to roll to the outside. We get back in there. They have a slap fight between them, between the two of them, just hitting each other so head in the face. They were really going for it. But soon after, Josh Alexander hits the C4 spike and wins, bro. So I am assuming, bound for glory, Josh Alexander will face Alex Shelley Butter. We will see. That would be interesting. Anywho, there we have it, everyone. My review show here of Impact Wrestling Victory Road 2023 from the Westchester County Center in White Plains, New York. Rating out of 10. Again, I've been doing this a lot lately. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Middle of the road kind of show. I enjoyed it. Didn't blow my mind though. But Impact Wrestling always put on a good pay-per-view. They've never really disappointed me since I started reviewing the shows way back with that Bound for Glory with Christian and Josh Alexander. Anywho, thank you everyone for joining me here. Karlifornia, WZWA Network. please check out the WZWA Slam Society, our Patreon. That's right. We have our Patreon. It's only $3 a month. And you get extra content in there, up there. It's too hot for our YouTube channel. Extra reviews, which will be behind a paywall starting this week. NXT. Hopefully I can start getting the Impact Wrestling reviews up there, although 1,000 will be on our YouTube channel this week. I do reviews of NWA Power. Jooseyboy covers MLW Fusion. So, you know, got a few things in the pipeline there on the Patreon, but we've also got a whole bunch of reaction videos and some special little videos that we're not putting on our YouTube because we want, you know, we want you to pay. Come on, man. We've been doing this for like nearly 4 years now. It's about time we started making a little bit of money. So yes, also that ProWrestlingTees.com, our store, Thunder Mifflin. We've got 4 different t-shirt designs up there, bro. Come on, buy one, please. Love you forever if you do. Okay, Karlifornia, WZWA Network. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you down the road. Thank you.
Network, that's the way we play. Good God Almighty. Network, that's the way we play. Get puppies. Network, that's the way we play. Get.
The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.